Good afternoon, my beautiful people. How are we all doing today? I hope we are well. Today, I would like us to come together and look at another aspect of the Igbo life that we need to look into and probably start to adopt some changes. Because when you look at the Igbo society, when you look at Igbo land, when you look at our progress and how we are developing, you will see that we need to maintain progress. We need to keep up the pace. We don't need to slow down because we are people who recognize the fact that we are not as developed as we are supposed to be. I continue to re-emphasize on this because that is the reality of things. And so we don't want a situation where we have leaders who might feel lackadaisical about carrying out their duties. Now, when you look at the structure of leadership, before we go into the main point, when you look at structure of leadership, you will recognize that when you vote in leaders, if you don't follow up these leaders, there's a tendency for some of them to slack. You see, it happens everywhere because people who have been given work, most of them don't like to be scrutinized. Some of them don't like to be followed up, you see. And so we must begin to inculcate this attitude of asking questions for our leaders, especially those who we are beginning to notice are not living up to expectations. It's good you ask questions. When you see your leader performing, okay, don't disturb them, that is fine. But if you can see that this governor seems like he's not living up to expectation, he's not doing enough in that office, you need to speak up. Because these people, whether you like it or not, these people are directly in charge of most of your affairs. That business is going well most of the time is in the hands of the government. That there is progress, there is money flowing is in the hands of the government. If you don't ask questions, you will see states in Igbo land going 24 years without development. It happened right before our eyes. Abia State went through 24 years of no development, negative development, you see. And so let us not fall back into this practice. Let us begin to ask questions. Very important. If you go through all this listed achievements, you can see that there is a lot of project that has been set off by Mr. Alex Otti in different categories. You can see the category for road, but you can see the category for other developments also. There are so much, it's no point trying to read them through, but for a breakdown of this information, there are 13 road projects that have been started by Abia State government since the last 10 months. 13 road projects. This was not done under 2 years or 3 years. 10 months, 13 different road projects, and out of that 13, 6 has been completed as we speak. Out of 13 road projects in 10 months that Mr. Alex Otti has embarked on, 6 has been completed as we speak. 7 undergoing construction, including the one that has drawn much attention being the Port Harcourt Road, Aba. It is currently on. We see pictures and videos from there. This is not an instance where a governor will come and take pictures and then say, oh, we are going to do this, oh, we are going to do that. This is a situation where you're actually seeing the work being carried out. You can see it, you can testify, you can witness. That is just for roads. Now, if you also check the other row or the other column for general development in Abia State, you can see things that have been done as per economics, as per investment, as per health, as per education. There are several years, the signing into law of the Greater Aba Development Authority. There's been the upgrading of the General Hospital, Amachara. There has been the renovation of the Abia State Special Hospital and Diagnosis Center. Completely renovated, not on the process, completely renovated, and is having a new look as we speak. And you see, so there are several things that have been done under the space of these 10 months, and it all breaks down to, if you count the total number of projects that has been embarked on by Mr. Alex Otti, it sums up at this point in time to 26 different projects and utilities carried out thus far by Mr. Alex Otti. 26. If you check the rate per month, that means what we are seeing here is that Mr. Alex Otti is embarking on 2.6 projects every month. Every month since he went into office, Mr. Alex Otti has carried out almost 3 projects per month. That is the rate he is maintaining as we speak. This is March of 2024. This is good performance. This is good performance, and this is something you can verify. These are things that you can see. You see the videos every time on the internet. You see the pictures, you see the updates and all that. So this is from Mr. Alex Otti, Governor of Abia State in Alaigbo. Now, we also look at the second governor, which is Mr. Mbah. if you go through all these projects here, you will see some projects that will be done as per the road project. There are 3 different categories of road projects from the records directly, from Enugu State government records directly. There are 3 sets of projects that have been carried out thus far, that is in 10 months by Mr. Peter Mbah. You have construction of new Enugu City roads. You have 40 kilometer Obahu, Amankano, Neke, Ikem, dual carriageway, 40 kilometers. You have an unnamed 71 urban roads in Enugu. This actually carries an asterisk. From the Enugu State government, we can see that there is something recorded as 71 urban roads being constructed in Enugu. But what is particularly of concern is that these roads are not named. No location is provided for these roads. 71 roads, no location is being provided, no contractors, no status. That is, the status of the project is unknown. What was written there is just 71 urban roads are being constructed by the Enugu State government. I must tell you that this is shady. This is a shady way of carrying out governance. Governance that you cannot track. Governance that it is not accountable. This is unclear. It is simply written as 71 urban roads in Enugu being constructed, whereas the locations are not given. Nothing about the status of the construction is given. Absolutely nothing. We keep going. Now, there are several other things that have been done here. Most importantly being the 9th mile 24/7 water scheme. There is the commissioning of the 9th mile 24/7 water scheme. In fact, when you check the achievements of Mr. Peter Mbah thus far in Enugu State, this is the major project that comes out. You can check it on yourself. Check your smartphone or your PC. Just check Mr. Peter Mbah project in Enugu. This 9th mile 24/7 water scheme is more or less the only result you will see. The other result you see is him signing out one thing or the other, he taking one picture or the other, or he promising one thing or the other. But the major project completed thus far by the Enugu State government in 10 months is this commissioning of the 9th mile 24 water scheme. You can check it up, you can peruse it at your own leisure. But when you check everything up, that means Mr. Peter Mbah has undertaken 13 projects and utilities so far. 13. We saw about 20-something, 26 or so by Mr. Otti. Mr. Peter Mbah, so far 13 projects and utilities. Out of these 13, 3 have been completed as we speak. There's the replacement of some police patrol vehicles, and there's been payment of some, there's some palliative payment, 10,000 to 25,000 to some Enugu State workers. These are things that can be verified, have been completed. We are not talking about things that have been signed, ready to be delivered. We are talking about things on ground that have been done thus far. The 9th mile water scheme, the police vehicles that were handed out, and the payment of palliatives, 10,000 to 25,000. These are the 3 completed projects and utilities thus far of the Enugu State government in 10 months. So that is to say, in 10 months, we have seen 3 complete projects by the Enugu State government. That is about 1 complete project in 3 months. Currently, that is the rate. 1 complete project in 3 months. We are watching. This is not good enough. Without sentiment, we say that it is not good enough. Without sentiment, we say what? It is not good enough. Now, if this is going to change, maybe between now and the next 6 months, we'll see that. If this is going to change between now and the next 3 months, we'll see that. But currently, the pace is slow. The pace of development in Enugu State is slow. So we keep watching. In the next 2 months, they are going to celebrate 1 year in office. This is the 10th month. So 2 months' time, we completed a year in office. We are going to reassess as of then. We are going to reassess as of then. If we are honest about looking for development in Igbo land, you have to be able to question your leaders. If you go to modern societies, what you call the governors and the rest of them are challenged. If it is observed that the governor is not working, he will be challenged. Most of them will just gradually resign. Once they see they are not providing the services that are wanted by the people optimally, they just resign. But you know, people here don't resign. People in Africa don't resign. If the governors are not doing enough, they need to be questioned. We are not talking about violence. We are not talking about being rash or whatever. But you need to demand more from the leaders. They are the ones who have the power and they have the resources. And Mr. Otti has shown us that if a governor wants to work, he will go out there and turn things around. Under a year, you will start to see the impact of a very, very good government. Let's demand more. Let us demand more. We are doing these things for ourselves and for our kids, our unborn generation. Let us demand more. Let us demand more. Let us wake up. Let us demand more. It is very important. We cannot continue to be like this. We can't continue to be backward. We need to advance. Let us demand more. That is my earnest plea to the rest of the Igbo people.